Fury is the noun. We're joined by the big man himself, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. It's Tyson Fury. How are you, brother?
I'm all good, guys. Nice to see you all well and healthy.
No doubt. Now, we know you're locked into training camp in Morecambe for the fight with Chisora, which is live on BT Sport box office. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling like I do every day. Like a beast, man, like a beast. Been training hard, working it out, sacrifice, dedication. I physically, mentally, emotionally can't do any more to win this fight. By the time the fight comes around, I'll have been away from my family for 9 weeks. The old age of 34-year-old, still putting it in, grinding myself to the bone. Training twice a day, 6 days a week. Sparring. David knows what it's like, how hard we train up in Morecambe Bay.
Yeah.
The Lancaster Bomber. We know how we do it. I can't physically do any more. Training, focusing. I've got zero distractions. I'm off social media. I'm not speaking to anybody. I don't mix with anybody. I don't want to risk getting colds or flus or anything. So, I'm just... what's that thing we used back in the COVID called? Quarantining.
You quarantining?
Just away from everybody on my own. I've got the Sugar Hill in here and the cup, and that's it.
Tell me this, Tyson. 34 is young, reasonably young for a heavyweight, but do the camps get any harder?
34 is not reasonably young because
Well,
I've been a
oldest,
professional 14 years
well,
this year,
I suppose,
December.
Yeah.
And I turned pro at 20-year-old. You know what I mean? So it's not how old a heavyweight is. Look, Joe Joyce is like over 38, I think, but he only turned pro in 2017. So he hasn't had nowhere near the wear and tear on his joints. I'm like an old banger Ford Escort with 250,000 miles on the clock. And every part of me is absolutely battered to pieces. Joints, elbows, knees, back. I've got some severe mileage on the clock.
Yeah.
Imagine being a heavyweight and being punched to pieces for years and years and years.
Yeah.
And keep going and keep going and keep going and day in and day out and just keep taking the pain. Like Rocky said, it's not about how much pain you can give out, but it's about how much you can take and keep moving forward.
Yes, I was waiting for the Rocky quote. Now, David, you spent a week up in Morecambe training, sparring with Tyson. I think you're probably best placed to tell us, how is it? I mean, do you ever get them nerves going up and fighting a man like Tyson? Or is it just, the mentality is, I'm here to work and I'm here to get better?
Yeah, it's just about working, being the best that I can be. And I've been there for so long now. I mean, Tyson, I've been insured in his car for the past 3 years. Even when I'm not up there, I'm still insured in his car. So I'll give him a text, Tyson, can I get the car? So he picks me up, gives me his car. He's like, Dave, you're not still insured in it? I'm like, yeah, it's just we're all on insurance. But yeah, you kind of get used to it, and I'm always there learning. Like I said, I'm a sponge. So I go there, I sit down, observe everyone, and any questions I do have, I just ask and just get the answers.
No doubt. Now, Tyson, I want to ask you, what do you think of this man sat here? Because I know he's been in camps with you over the years. Obviously, been insured in a car for 3 years. There must be a mutual level of respect. What do you think about him as a fighter? He's one of these young and up-and-coming, hungry fighters.
Yeah, listen, Dave Adelaide's the future of this division. And I told him the other night in the changing rooms, I said, you've got to believe in yourself, Dave, because you're going to take over the division, mate. And he is great sparring, very, very good sparring. If he was no good to me, I wouldn't bring him in training camps. But he's excellent work, so I keep bringing him in. Since the second Wilder fight, rather, I keep bringing him in time and time again. Keeps learning, he keeps listening, and he can be the next Lancaster Bomber, I think, for sure.
And Tyson, just looking at Derek Chisora, I was looking at his record today. Since you boxed him in 2014, he's fought 20 times and had some really good fights, hasn't he? With the likes of Dillian White, and he's beat Pulev. He pushed Alexander Usyk to the limit, give him his hardest fight. So what are you expecting from him this time? Because you beat him pretty convincingly, both times you fought him.
Yeah. I fought him a long time ago. How long ago was that? 14. It's a long
2014.
Time ago,
yeah,
8 years, yeah.
8 years ago. A lot of things have happened in 8 years, and I think we've both moved on as fighters. And I'm expecting what Derek Chisora always does and always brings to the game, and always will do until he's retired. He will bring brute force, strength, and determination like no other. And I would never underestimate somebody like Derek Chisora, because I know that any top 10 heavyweight has an off night against Chisora and he's beat. Not only beat, he'll knock him out too. Any overlooking somebody like Derek Chisora and you lose. That's a fact. Many people have thought Chisora's an easy fight until they're in there with him. And then they realise that it's not so easy. And he just keeps coming and he's got a head like a brick. And you can just keep punching it. He just keeps walking forward. It's crazy, really. He's like a bionic man.
It's clear, Tyson, that there's loads of respect between you and Derek, but in the approach to this fight, at some point, when does the mood change?
The mood changes when we're in there on the night. He's going to try and punch my face in, and I'm going to try and punch his face in. And that's all there is to it. We are professionals. We've been in this game, like I said, 14 years. We're nothing new to the game, are we? We're just old veterans now. I can't wait. I can't wait for the challenge. And Derek Chisora stepped up to the plate, so I've got to give him respect, because he's always been a fighting man. If you look at his record, he's avoided nobody. He's fought everybody, and he's fought all the best of all these eras.
Does it get under your skin a little bit, Tyson, that it's clear to see that you're preparing, you're ready for the best Derek Chisora that we've ever seen, and he pushed Usyk, who's a lot of people see as the number 2 in the division, he pushed him really, really close. He's not really getting the respect of a lot of the public and I suppose the press as well coming in this fight that I think he deserves.
I'll tell you what it is, Carl. People who don't respect him have never been punched in the face before. And they've never had a fight in their life. And they talk about real fighting men. And a man who would take the back of his hand to any one of these bums who can call him a name. I just don't get it. I don't get it how some man who works in an office can have the audacity to call a pro fighter a bum when they've never had a fight and never likely to have a fight. So I don't take it to heart, really, because what a man who's never had a fight can say, I'll just say to him this. I'll say, how many world titles have you won, pal? And he'll say, none. I'll say, well, your opinion means to me then. There you go.
There you go. Now, listen.
No more.
No, that is you put it fantastically bluntly. I like it. Now, I know we said we're not looking past Derek Chisora, but assuming you win, what are you going to say to Usyk if you do see him ringside? Because is there going to be any histrionics where he's jumping in the ring and he's trying to set up a fight? Because I know his team are desperate for that fight against you.
I have zero interest in the little. I've no interest in him. Zero charisma, zero personality. He beat the bodybuilder. The bodybuilder gave him some credibility. And if people keep saying, you keep saying he's a middleweight, But there's factual facts behind this middleweight talk. When I was a super heavyweight in the amateurs, I was a super heavyweight at 12-year-old. He was a middleweight when I was a heavyweight. He was getting beats to the likes of Sean Porter at 75 kilo when I was 115, 116 kilos as a kid. So that's why I say middleweights. There ain't a middleweight been born through his mother could even give me a challenge. Never mind this sausage. Oh, I can't wait. I really can't wait, but I want to hear the excuses after I beat them.
Do you know what? That's actually...
Because they said all this about Deontay Wilder. They said it all about everybody I've ever fought. All the opponents I've supposed to have been. And when I come out victorious, they always make an excuse. But the thing is that I've learned is you can't please everybody. And you can only please yourself. And the most important person you got to please is your wife.
Yeah.
Because if she's unhappy, then you're in. That's the fact.
That's a mad statistic, Tyson, that Sean Porter beat him as an amateur. I didn't actually know that. So from being beat by Sean Porter's about 5'8". He's a small guy, very, very strong and a good fighter. But is there an amount of respect there that he's went from someone who was being beat by smaller guys to a heavyweight champion of the world?
I have zero respect for him, and I'll show that on the night. Zero.
And as you spoke a little bit about maybe favouring a big British dust-up like you've had with Chisora. Now, there's a lot of young, hungry British heavyweights, not just the one in this room, but we've got Joyce, we've got Dubois, and they're all snapping at your heels. Is that who you see as maybe the people to maybe try and take your heavyweight crown?
Nobody's taking my heavyweight crown, only myself. The only man who can beat Tyson Fury is Tyson Fury. You know, all these guys, they can do what they want. They can get mandatories, they can do whatever. But when you're ruling the division like the Wizard of Oz, what I am, you can just do what you want, basically. And that's what I'll be doing. The funny fact is, though, that Deontay Wilder has got to fight Andy Ruiz in a final eliminator to fight me again. Wouldn't it be crazy if the WBC, this happened and he had to fight for the WBC again for the 4th time? That would be crazy.
You know what? Even for fight, I think people would still tune in for that.
Absolutely,
I would
absolutely.
love to see that fight again. Go on,
I was
David.
going to ask, would you take that fight?
I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that fight again.
I don't think Wilder does particularly either. Now, I know you're in the mood to entertain today. Now, it's been fantastic. What fireworks can we expect from your walkout?
That would be telling now, wouldn't it?
You got to ask the question.
These walkouts and these events are very big special events, and people are paying money to see it, so I can't give it away for free.
Listen, Tyson, BT are paying you enough, man. We need maybe even a little snippet, like a trailer.
BT are underpaying the Gypsy King. I'm going to put me, after this fight with Chisora, I'm going to put my fees up 50% higher.
I'm sorry, BT. I'm trying to stay in this seat. So if I've caused you a bit of trouble, I'll take that back. We'll get the lawyers involved. Now, tell me, Tyson, why should people tune in to watch you against Derek Chisora on December the 3rd?
It's getting a world heavyweight title fight in the UK at Tottenham. And it's going to be a good fight, you know. It is what it says on the tin. Fury Chisora makes for a good fight, and that's it. People want to tune in, they tune in. If they don't, watch something else. Watch a BBC, Channel 2. Watch Dancing on Ice or something.
Slightly different audiences, no doubt. But Tyson, thank you so much for coming on. It's always a pleasure, always entertaining, and good luck on December 3rd.
Thank you, guys. It's been a pleasure speaking to you all. Good luck. God bless you. All the best. Adios, amigos.
Gents.